Hi everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to Tara's Take. So today I wanted to play with some book pages and maybe some other things too, but predominantly book pages. And I wanted to use some stamps, maybe some of my tempera, gold, or even other colors, some distress inks, and just kind of create some cool page strips. I'm always talking about how I love page strips. I also have this is one of the embossed pieces that Vanessa sent me in my Happy Mail, and I have taken copper colored metallic ink and brushed it over it and just turned it from completely white to that. So I thought maybe I might use some of this and just see what we can do, but mostly I wanted to use some book page. So I'm wondering, I think I'm going to go ahead and tear it down. And so if you're going to join in today, just grab some of your favorite book pages, pair of scissors, whatever you can think of to decorate your strips with. I'm just going to kind of do a grungy look, I think, for the most part. I'm going to tear this first one, but I'm thinking as I'm doing it that possibly I should, let me move this here. I want to see something really quick. So I really like to kind of skid ink across in darker spots and splotches on paper. So I'm going to go ahead and do some of that on this. I was starting to cut it, and I'm like, maybe I should go ahead and do a little bit of what I want to do before I cut it. It might be easier, and then or tear it and then cut it down, I kind of like that skidded grungy look. So let me see. And I wanted to do some stamping as well. And I've got all these different stamps. I'm looking here to decide which ones I want to use on this one and what colors, because I might go ahead and bring in, I really love this blue, so I'm going to do some of these flowers on here, like a vine up the middle, and see. I love, how I'm always talking about, I love the strips that I put on paper. So that's what made me think, oh, maybe I should try and make myself some strips and do some, decorating on them and stuff. I really want to do a video I saw, I'm trying to remember, I think it was Louise Heinzel, and it was from a few years ago, and she had, and then Barbara from 49 Dragonflies had done something similar, I guess, because she mentioned Barbara's video, but I was thinking that it would be fun to do that as well. They called it pimping their coffee dye paper. I don't know how I want to call it pimping my paper, but I definitely would like to grunge out my paper. And then another thing that Louise did that I really liked and thought that it might be a fun thing to bring back and do with you guys is to use our scraps up and really grunge them out, with inks and paints and oxides, everything, and just go to town with them and have some fun. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing some of that as well. I'm looking in here in my little, where is my, here it is. No, not that one, this one. So these will probably get like broken down. Shoot. Into different sections, but I just kind of thought it might be fun to just kind of grunge stuff up a bit before I go use it. And then I wanted to use some words. Let's see. Do I want this one or do I want this other one? I'm going to use black for that. Let me see. I got to make sure I'm doing this on the right side. I have a tendency to put them down on the bed. That's good. Okay. I have a tendency to put them on the wrong side, so. Just a few pieces of script here and there. Okay. Oh, geez. I'm so sorry, you guys. That made me jump. That's my landlord. They always slam the door. Always. It's just, they must just do it at home, too. And I don't even think about the fact that I'm over here, you know? Hold on one second. Okay, guys. I brought along some stencils, too. And here's what I have so far, which is these two little pieces. Can you guys see okay? I'm going to bring it a little closer. It's not anything fancy, but I don't need it to be. I just want it to be stuff that I can, you know, glue down to the side of a page. I could put inside of a collage, that kind of thing. I just want them to be scrappy pieces, you know. So I was thinking with this one, where's my... I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this one. It's like cracks in a wall. And I believe I will use, what color? I'm going to use some salvaged patina ink, I think. Yeah, I'm sorry I jumped like I did. It's just, man, that sound, you know, banging into my house just, I mean, I'm sure that you guys could hear how loud that was, and I don't, you know, I don't think they mean to be rude. It's just, it's very rude, and I've asked him before, but he doesn't come over that often, and I think he always forgets. I started to go talk to him, and then there was a wasp outside, so I ran and got the spray and sprayed the outside of my house, and he never came to the door, so I just came back in. But yeah. I love using my stencils with the ink. It's a lot less messy way to use them, actually. And, you know, and you get a cool effect. At least I like it. I always have. So I've done this probably since the beginning of when I first started doing the junk journals. Just think it's a fun way to get your color down. And then you have, I like that brown and the turquoisey color of the patina. And then now I was thinking that I might go over lightly and darken without, you know, doing a ton of change to it. It's just adding to the effect. See, I think these pieces would be cool for, what do you call it? Collaging. I think they'd be really cool for collages. Okay. stamp here. Oh, I don't want to use that. It won't work anyway. I'm going to use the black. I'm not really trying to get it distinct everywhere. I just kind of want it hinted, you know the drill. Yeah. Okay. Let's look in here. Gosh, I have so many stamps all over the place, and I'm thinking I was wondering which ones, or I was looking for particular ones, but I can't seem to find them. I haven't used this little guy in a minute. He's like a stitch. You know, I don't even know where I stuck all my stamps, actually, my clear ones. I cleaned one day and I did a ton of reorganizing, and that's not a good thing with me because I have a tendency to forget where I put some things. See what I mean? He just slams the door. Oh my goodness. I've told him I work from home too. It makes me go, okay, now I know where the sun got it, the rudeness, It's what, I told my husband if they're moving in, I'm gonna have to talk to them about that because I can't handle that every day. The constant slamming in and out of the house like nobody else lives here. Okay. All right. You're seeing that flares me up. It gets my temper riled to hear that loud noise like that. Sorry. It does. It riles me up inside because it makes my heart jump really hard. And I startle easy anyway, and then that being that loud is just uncalled for, and he doesn't bother to hold the door at all. So him and his wife, I don't know, they're very sweet people. That's the only thing that they do that just makes me cringe. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start. And you could do some, you could do some gold on this, highlighting it some, like we do. But like I said, this makes really a fun way to use, fun paper to use for your collages. And you can do other stuff. Right now, this is just what I'm doing. We could do it with paints. We could use watercolors, which would be really pretty. I just didn't really feel like making a huge mess today. So I just kind of wanted to do something that would produce some fun effort. That would be a fun effort and produce some cool results that I could use. Oh gosh. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So I went and talked to my landlord and asked him to please quit slamming the door. And he said he was sorry. They both are there, and they're very nice people. They honestly are. It's just, oh my goodness, I have it switched. There we go. Hi, I'm back. Oh, anyway, yeah, I went and talked to them, and they're super nice people. They're stressing too because they've got to get cleaners in there. Those kids left that place looking horrendous. So yeah, they're gonna hire some folks to come in and clean it up for them. So, you know, this is a super little thing we're doing right here, but I really like the way that this is turning out. It's giving me some fun little things to use, you know, which is the goal. That is the goal, you guys. So yeah, pull out your, I mean, maybe next time we'll use some paints and some alcohol inks or something. And that's a little more messy, and the video takes longer because I have to let things dry. And it's kind of later in the afternoon right now I'm doing this, so I didn't want to be doing this when Cordy got home. So I just jumped on here and said, okay, well, I'll just make some video, or I'll make a small, shorter video, and something that won't be quite so difficult to clean up. Now I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this, and I'm wondering what I want to do with it. It's so pretty, and then it's got that gold, and I'm thinking now I might. I'm wondering if I did some stamping on it, how that would look. I have not worked with this type of embossing stuff. I actually have a friend who I am inheriting her Big Shot, and praise the Lord, because I never bought one. So you probably will start seeing me using some more stuff with, you know, the embossing on it, or die cuts or whatever. Some of you sent me die cuts, and I haven't really used them yet because I've never worked with them much, actually, at all. And so I'm kind of like, they're not in my wheelhouse yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you have supplies that you use, and then you learn how to use new things, and that's kind of where I'm at with something like that. So I think once I get an idea of using it, yeah, I'll start using, and then I'll probably also start using the ones that you guys have given me and all those good things. Gosh, my heart is still like racing from the slamming door. I've always startled easy anyway. My mom used to tease me and say, what are you guilty of? You're either guilty or... I know that was her guilt. Yeah, that was the one that she'd always say, you're guilty. What are you guilty of? I'd be like, nothing. You just scared me. But my late husband, Alex, and even Cordy doesn't do it as much because he knows, because of my heart and stuff, he doesn't want to do that. But Alex used to do it on purpose. He thought it was hysterical to tease me like that. And he loved to scare me. Loved it. So, yeah. I used to tell him, you're so mean. Yeah, these are pretty, I mean, they're just silly little things, but I think they're pretty cute, you know? I like them. You'll be seeing me use them on some stuff here pretty soon, probably. So I got some dark blue, I got a little bit of turquoise and black. Let's see. Now, I'm looking at this, and I'm wondering if I can, you know, do something with it. I have all this, I have this one here. This could make like a beautiful, like the swirls on top of the flowers. And then I think I might try that. Let's try that. What do you think? What color should we use? We've got the copper. Okay, so what would go good with that copper color? I mean, the brown would look fine, but I'm always trying to think of other things that would look good with, color-wise. Ooh, you know what? I think I'm going to use this burgundy. I think that would look pretty. Oh, actually, I was just thinking, I wonder if I just lightly graze over the flowers and do the burgundy on top of them and leave the copper underneath as the backdrop. Oh, I like that. I love burgundy. Yeah, that's pretty. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's see. I do have this thistle that we were using the other day that might actually show up. I don't know how much is in here, but let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a little darker. I was kind of thinking it might be a little bit darker. Yeah, there we go. I'm just doing it really light. I only want it on top. Okay, and then what I was thinking as I was looking at it here was that I could drop stuff and then have to retrieve it. I'm just kidding. I'm being a Weisenheimer. Is this the right? No, this is the one. Okay. Then I'm gonna do, let's see, the edge. Yeah. All right, I like that. So I think what I'm going to do with this before I do the edges is I am going to cut it down. Where's my scissors? Okay, and do some edging with this. I kind of think that this one would be nice to just less is more kind of thing. Maybe I'll put some words, some script possibly, but I don't think I'm going to get too, it's pretty by itself. It doesn't need, you know, a ton of stuff done to it or anything. I'm thinking this would, I mean, all of them would, but this one would look a really cool collage piece. I like it a lot. So I guess my neighbors are not, my landlords are not moving in because he just said they're going to get renters and they're going to try and get some nice people. I hope they do. I really hope they do. Yeah, I'm going to be praying for some good neighbors. It's been rough having difficult neighbors, you know. So I'm going to use one that's more of a cursive type script for this part, or for this, let me see, yeah. And oh, my black. I don't want the thistle in this part. I'm hoping that this looks okay. We'll see, huh? Okay. I don't want to get the ink everywhere, so I'm kind of just, let me push that, there we go. I've got ink all over my hands, of course. Oopsie, it slips off. That's what I was worried about. Let me get this, I need to get this cleaned off on the back real quick. I just use a wipe that usually does the trick for me. It should help it stick a little better. Yeah, it's a little bit warped. Nope, it's not wanting to stick. Let's dry it off and see if it helps. There we go. That's nope, it's still coming off. I'm just gonna have to use it with my hand here. Have it? Okay. Yeah, I'm not liking this one as much. I mean the writing I'm using, so I think I'm gonna go back to something else here. Let's see. Let me see this one. Oops, let's do it this way. Yeah, that's the top. Okay. Yeah, let me start over here. I don't want to mess this up more. Yeah. Anyway, so hopefully and prayerfully we'll get good neighbors this time that aren't loud. Or I'm hoping he puts maybe some older people in there if he can, because that would be, you know, that would be better. I really hope they think about that stuff. I know they need to get renters in there, but yeah, it would just definitely be more conducive to peaceful living. Yeah, anyway. You guys know, I mean, you've been with me on this ride for quite a long time now with all this loudness and animal beating and even fighting, you know, and just poor kids. Okay. All right. That gold just adds something to everything. It really does. And I like how this is going to look on a collage, and even on a side of a page it'll look pretty, or just like cut into pieces like I do, and I do the zigzaggy of the like the little strips and stuff. I think that'll look really pretty like that. I'm going to try, I haven't done this in a while, my little skidding across the paper, but come on, there we go. So I don't even know what I'm going to call this video. I was going to call it something with book pages, but you know, I'm not, as you can see, I'm not just using book pages, so. Okay, so there's that one. What time is it? Still got good timing, but anyway, we've got these guys. And then we've got all of these and those. So those are fun. Let's see here. Let's grab another book page. And I'm going to try to get one that's a little bit stronger than that. The one I had just now was not very strong. These have some cool pictures. Let's see, wait. Yeah. I can use this one. See? Cool pictures. You gotta watch for stuff like that when you go, oh, I could use this one. Yeah, there's no picture on this one. This one will be good. Okay, what do we want to do? I think on this one, I'm gonna use some of the swirls that I was talking about. And should I use the burgundy again, or what color do I want? We could even do a green. No. I actually think I'll use a light and a dark blue. So let's do the swirls in the light blue, and then we'll probably distress in some browns, you know. And again, we're just going to swirl it on there with our stencil. Oh, and we're going to skid across and move it. Let's see if I can get this back in the right spot. There we go. That's not in the right spot, is it? No, it is not. Little clumsy thing. Alright. So, I guess we are fancying up our book pages. Okay. All right. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Okay. I love that light blue. It's from some of the inks that Miss Valerie gave me. Thank you, Miss Valerie. Okay. All right. So it was so great to be back in church last Sunday. Courtney and I were both so happy. I know I mentioned to you guys about being there, but can't wait until this Sunday. Now you guys are seeing this, of course. For me, hey, hey, hey now. Hey, hey. Scratching on this furniture. You and I, okay, are on opposite weeks, so yeah. So you guys are seeing it next week. And this is actually last, for me, it is last Tuesday. No, Wednesday. So, yeah. So we're in different times of the week. I always have to remember that because I know there's some things like, and then also I have to try and remember what, you know, I've told you guys and stuff. Because it can get rather confusing. And then sometimes you guys will comment because I do these a week ahead or sometimes even 2 weeks ahead on some of them. And sometimes you guys will make comments and I have to go back in and like look up, I've even watched certain, like skimmed through the video to see what I said because I didn't want to sound like an idiot when I answered you. I think that's really pretty. Isn't that nice on that book page? Okay, so then what I was thinking, gosh, I don't want to ruin that, you know? I'm kind of like, oh, it's pretty, I don't want to mess it up. But I was thinking to do script, but this time I was going to do it in the dark blue and see, instead of, yeah, okay, that's nice. Instead of the black. Oh, I like that. That's very pretty. Try and do it at the bottom too. Let some different look in it. this pad is old and it's sticky and it's breaking apart, and I absolutely adore the color on this ink pad, and I keep using it because it's so pretty, but it's hard to use because because of the way it is, but it's just beautiful. It's like to me it's almost like a really deep teal slash, I don't know how to explain it, peacocky blue kind of. It's got, it's got that look. It's just really beautiful. And I love me some blue, so yeah. Okay, so there's that one, and now, gosh, I like the way that one turned out too. Look at that. So now I'm thinking, do I want to do anything else besides maybe, oh, you know what we could do is maybe a few butterflies and keep it in the blue family. Let me see. Let's see here. Just maybe here and there, not too heavily. Coming off the page a little bit. Yeah, I hope I didn't upset my landlord. He was like, no, thank you for letting us know, and I was just like, it just really rattles our house. And I also told him I record videos during the day, and the slamming's very, me jumping every few minutes is kind of disconcerting. I said it nice. I mean, I did try to say it nice. I don't want him to think I'm being a snot, because it's not, it's just something that really gets to me, is that sound. So anyway, you guys understand, you know me by now. I'm really liking this page a lot. I like it a lot. Okay, so there is that. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and do some gold because it's fun, and especially with this blue, I think it'll look fabulous. Okay. There they go again. It's just a habit. They have a bad habit, of just letting her rip. Okay. Now I will add some after I trim this down into pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and fold. I think it should break pretty quick. Yeah, they're having to clean a lot of trash out of there, and yeah, it was really, really a mess. They're kids. You know how young people can be. We've all, probably most of us, have been there at some point in our lives too, so I'm guilty right here, so I understand being lazy-minded when you're young. Okay. Oh, I really like this set. This is pretty. I hope you guys like these. I know they're not anything, fancy or highfalutin, but I'm always talking about loving page strips and edges and stuff, and there's so many ways you can do them. I mean, my goodness, we've done them with cloth fabrics, we've done it with paper, we've done it with Tim Holtz stuff. We did it at Christmas time. I don't know if you guys remember, but we even did it at Christmas time. And those turned out fabulous. And so yeah, it's a lot of fun to try all these different ways of making page edgers. Now these, technically I want to use them like I use the strips, you know what I'm saying? So oops. I'm not gonna say anything. That's what I'm gonna give it to the Jesus. Let him convict them, because they're making my heart leap and they don't seem to care. So they just got through telling me they'd stop, and they're just doing it worse than they were before now. So anyway, okay. I'm trying to do this in a way that doesn't tear my paper. I'm gonna, because this is brittle. This paper is very, very vintage, so it's definitely easily torn. Look at this. This thing is, this spongy stuff is so dead. Cracks me up. But look at that blue. It is so worth it. Ugh. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Okay, so we made 1, 2, 3, 4 different sets. We used book page. You could use coffee dye paper. You could use magazines, pictures, you know. You could use old book pages like we did today. You could use vellum. Oh, you know what would be pretty is to print some stuff on vellum and then decorate on top of it like this, and you know, fancy it up, and it would look pretty cool because vellum is awesome. It would look neat as strips, you know, decorative embellishment strips. I think that's what I'll call this video. Decorative embellishment strips from, oh, and you could use scraps, right? You could use your scraps, of course, and hopefully you're feeling inspired and ready to go dive on some paper and decorate it up. Embellish it and make it your own. I am gonna love using these blue pages. Seriously, they are, to me, they are really gorgeous. So after I'm done with this, I may go into the back of the house in my room because it's quieter back there and I won't have to hear the slamming, and then that way I can keep my heart from jumping every time it happens. Okay, all right, let me see really quick. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, at least not very well. Well, it is coming on. I was just trying to edge it a little bit with the gold. And you could, of course, use any tempera paint color to, you know, I just happen to prefer the gold for pretty much everything. But I mean, look at it. Look at that. Can you see it on there? I'm trying to see if it's in the light on those edges, but this will be so pretty. So anyways, I hope you guys felt inspired today and want to give these a try. And if you like the video, please hit like for me and give me a thumbs up. And if you really enjoyed it, please, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 2,000. I am trying to think of what I want to do as a giveaway. I'm not sure yet. Believe it or not, it's got to be in my budget to be able to send it. So I'm kind of, yeah, you know, it's budgety time right now for me, so y'all know. But if you enjoyed today's video, please let me know by leaving a comment or a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to join our Facebook group, there's a link in the About section, and there's one on the front of the page for the channel. And it's called Creatives Inspired Corner. We'd love to have you. The more the merrier. The more there is to look at and admire and be inspired by. So, and you guys write in what you're working on and kind of inspire people in the comments. Let people know what you're working on, because a lot of people I know read the comments, and it gives you something to think about doing, you know, and because you're probably working on something that's way cool, and share that with your fellow crafters and inspire them. So there's our teal and brown. I'll just go through them one more time. There's our blue and brown, the burgundy and gold, kind of the copper underneath, undertone, and then the blues with the golds. Okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you so much. You know that. God bless each and every one of you, and thank you for being with me today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.